Breaking news, over $250 million was stolen from US government and it was spent on Kenya's real estate. All this happened in Minnesota. So during pandemic, the US government gave out money to feed the hungry children and also all those people that they were going through a lot since nobody was working during pandemic. But instead of these people to do what they were supposed to, they used the taxpayers' money to buy their own properties. And even one of these people, he bought his own airplane. And all these properties is in Kenya. So according to some information, they had someone in Kenya who was helping them to buy all the properties that they needed in the prime area, like in Donho, Eastleigh, in Parklands, in Diani, and also they bought some lands in Tiani. Kenya is also facing criticism because they have refused to investigate and arrest all those people that they were involved, all those people that helped these people to buy the properties in Kenya. FBI is going to seize the properties, and this is going to do a lot of damage in Kenya's economy and also real estate owners, developers, and even banks. These people, they hid the stolen money by buying properties in Kenya, so this is how they were able to launder this money.
Yes, remember a few months ago I was talking about this Minnesota lot that is being traced all the way to the Kenyan real estate, and all of you guys were coming at me and saying, oh, we are jealous of the Somali community. But the real Kenyan Somali communities have been working hard and they are true Kenyans. But we're talking about those ones that have found a way to corrupt our system because, of course, the verification process was withdrawn by the government, and they have come to Kenya, they have brought this theft all the way to Kenya, and then now the real estate is under magnifying glasses by the Trump administration. Eastleigh is being mentioned, Diani is being mentioned, Donholm and South Sea. Hizo pesa wanakujia. Kitawaramba.
And the real question is, how exactly did money from Minnesota, money acquired from fraud in the United States of America? So there are some Somalians, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are some Somalians, they've been caught in fraud cases. Mara mingi, there is autism, Mara autism centers, Mara health programs, Mara, now the recent one is the daycare centers. So last month they said that the two countries where money was sent, Turkey and Kenya, and this money was spent in real estate, luxury cars, high-end things too. Like, how did this money get into Kenya? Because from my understanding, if you acquire money fraudulently, you'll have to find a way of washing it. So that is where money laundering comes in. So who were involved? Because why did this money get to Somalia? Why did it come to Kenya? Or is Kenya just the pathway? Did it get to Kenya and then it went to Somalia? Think about it. Those are hard questions that I'm asking. But there are questions that we need to be asking ourselves, because how exactly did this money get to Kenya? To our banking system specifically. And which banks are these ones where this money was passing through? Yeah, those are the real questions to ask.
A handful of Somalis who poured the cash into Nairobi.
Yes, those who were charged and those who are not charged.
And how many people are we talking about approximately?
Oh, Ali, wacha nikwambie. Mimi nilipokuja, I was away for 7 months. When I came there and I heard about what was going on, I downloaded a spreadsheet from a government website that showed me who was asking who. I don't know how you guys know this, but did you know there are some people who are saying they're feeding 2,000 kids a day?
Yes.
In a city that had maybe 100 kids.
Wow.
Yes, and they had fake storefronts. It was an address.
The fact that Somalis in Minnesota have been able to carry out fraud for that long and are just being discovered recently shows that there are people pulling strings. May I don't believe that those people are the ones doing it independently. Of course, there are some people who must have shown them that, these are the loopholes and this is how we can get this money. That is why there's government money being disbursed. Hey, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't come for me to go to court to explain. My home is far away from US. Yeah. So, let me not show you. So, just recently, it's all over my FYP. I don't know if it's on yours too. But Somalis in Minnesota, some of them, not every Somalian, of course, were involved in fraud where they've set up daycare centers. So they're supposed to be taking care of children and they will receive money from the government to facilitate that. Kumbe, those daycare centers don't even have children. And then they're so rude. If you ask them, they're so rude, and they now suddenly have language barrier. They can't express themselves and they chase you away. It's not easy to pull such a thing without some people being complicit and showing you where the loopholes are exactly. And the fact that that money is being spent in Kenya, last month a report was established showing that 250 million USD was sent to Kenya, spent on what is it called, real estate, on high-end cars, on I don't know what.
Come here, Kachini. Let's talk about the Kenyan property market. And the people who are benefiting from it are not ordinary Kenyans. First, a Kenyan national was just charged in the US for money laundering. It was linked to the Feeding the Future cause. Millions of dollars was funneled through Kenya. Real estate in South Sea, Mandera. That is money that was supposed to be used to feed hungry children, was here in Kenya building high quality properties. Should I even say high quality? Because the quality is usually not very high. Kweli sasa hiyo ni investment. Ama yote ni uwizi na uroho mbaya. Second, new information shows that a huge chunk of new property owners are Somali government officials. Or just government officials in general. Let's add in Mira. Because Mira in Somalia, it is illegal. But in Kenya, it is legal. Over $5 million a month is collected through mobile money in Somalia, and it is funneled through Kenya in cash, flown in bulk, and used and reinvested here in real estate. Bypassing taxes, bypassing regulators, bypassing every... Now, where does a lot of that money go to? We all know that Esli is the biggest market share in the region. If you are a smart person and you are thinking of laundering money, where would you go if not Esli? Why is all of this happening? Why is the Kenyan real estate market open like this? It is open to illegal capital from across the border. Why are people sleeping through with cash, IDs, and influence? By the way, I can say all of this. I'm Somali. And I'm not talking about the community. I'm talking about those politically connected government officials. Munajijua. When you're so intertwined with tribal wars in your community that you don't even help your own community, but you come and you use that money that you've stolen from the people who have chosen you to be their leader, and you bring it in a place like Nairobi to invest. Nani pesa ya wananchi? Naona nitakudiwa leo. And our president has made himself extremely close with politically connected individuals in the Somali community. And just with people who have like terrible moral compasses. We can tell by his associations with like a country like Israel. He's not tightening the borders. He's not enforcing strict regulations. Because even back when I got an ID, I had to be vetted. But it's because I didn't pay. Kuna wenye wanalipa tu na wanaingia hata hawajui any Kiswahili or even English. In Kenya, rules are bent if you're well connected. That's how it's always been. And it's not just because of Ruto. It's always been like that. Because that is who we are as society. Sisi ndo wabaya. Corruption thrives because we let it. You don't want to wait a couple more days. You don't want to wait a couple more months. So you'd rather pay someone to do their job. Their job. Honestly, it's not our fault. It's a power dynamic issue. We can never win. This is the danger in the real estate market. Illicit money inflates prices. Honest Kenyans, they get priced out or bid out. Foreign investors, they lose confidence because the market becomes completely unstable and corruption sits relaxing. Inasema, ongeza chai, wacha. I'm home, but let me calm down. Stretch my bones. This is where I thrive.